Hi Luca, why did you come to England?
I had a PhD offer from the Leeds University.
And what happened then?
Shortly after I arrived in England, I had the passport stolen. I did immediately go to the Italian consulate and paid to start the procedure for a new passport, but after 1 year, I was informed I was not to have a new passport because I was cancelled from the population list.
Have you had a passport since then?
No.
And what happened then with the PhD offer?
To register for the PhD, I had to go again to the Italian consulate, this time to the legal office for the legal translation of my degree, with more stamps certified with the apostilla. But later the professors in the picture of my degree ceremony, the professors Emilio Tiberi and Bianca De Bernardi of the University of Verona, did not confirm to the Leeds University the degree they have issued with signature stamps and photograph, and made me do the impression of the impostor, the counterfeiter.
Did you report this situation to the Italian consulate?
Yes, I did, but the consulate refused to send the report to the competent offices in Italy. They are not responsible for the document they issue with their signature on it.
What about travelling the EU without a passport?
The European Commission, Olaf, later has sent a report to the Court of Justice in Milan exactly concerning my rights for travelling. I was clearly prevented without a passport, and concerning my rights to have confirmation of my degree and fulfill the PhD opportunity I was offered. But the prosecutor, Corrado Carnevali, has archived the report in the bin in order to preserve so high moral value above the law, the best of the Italian national tradition and culture.
So what happened then?
If I told you that I am Luca Benatti and the consul was to tell you that there is no such a Luca Benatti, would you believe me or the consul? And if I told you that I am degree at the Verona University, but the professors from Verona were not to confirm the degree they have issued, would you believe me or them? I'm telling you, they fake document in the public offices intentionally and systematically. In Italy, the true degree become fake and the fake become true, like acts of God. With the only difference that these are not by chance. They made me paperless like an illegal immigrant, and they did it with their signature. And after redesigning my life with a new identity as a paperless, they also had the courage to inform the police and to pretend their victim should conform with their will and should be isolated, defamed, vilified, tormented and tortured, as they did to me.
What we've tried to do is establish what we think about the things that we were told at the beginning. You are no different, I agree with you. But what we were told at the beginning, all of these things at the beginning, we were told that you had a mental illness, we were told that you were very risky, yes. We were told all of these things.
All these things.
And since that time, what we've done is that we've seen you on a regular basis. You've been kind enough to agree to see us, even though you didn't see the merit in doing that at the beginning, to see whether there was anything that we could see in terms of illness, but also to try to support you with the things that you wanted to do to get a bit more established and to be generally a bit happier with how things are. Not that I know what would make you happy. It's not anything that we're doing. It's much, it's a different thing, isn't it? Now, throughout the time that we've seen you, my honest opinion of what I think, I believe in being honest, is that I don't see that you have an illness. What I see is that you've had very difficult circumstances to have to deal with. In terms of what we do, we have a lack of illness going on. If we are not doing any other psychological interventions that are relevant to any of these things, if we are not doing anything else, then
What are we dealing with?
doing?
What
So if you say
we dealing with?
if you say that you're the same person as you were before,
I've never changed it.
yeah, but our response to you has changed. The reason it's changed is because we needed to establish ourselves. All of these things at the beginning, we were told that you had a mental illness, we were told that you were very risky,
Yes.
we were told all of these things.
All these things.
And since that time,
What are we
what
dealing
are
with?
we doing?
What
So if you say
we dealing with?
we were told that you were very risky,
Yes.
we were told all of these things.
All these things.
And since that time,
What are we
what
dealing
are
with?
we doing?
What
So if you say
we dealing with?
What I find very, very funny is that nobody of you ever asked himself, how can a person live in this situation? With no passport, with degree cancelled, job
how do
opportunity
you know that nobody's
cancelled.
asked themselves that question? I've asked myself that question when I've seen you. And
Yeah.
I think it's an intolerable way to have to live. And I
Yeah,
think it's an intolerable way to have to live. And I
yeah,
think it's an intolerable way to have to live. And I
yeah.
think it's an intolerable way to have to live.